Yasas que kalimera. Hello and good morning. Special greeting to my fellow Greek New Testament language enthusiasts. And I'd like to share with you 3 reasons why I prefer modern pronunciation as opposed to reconstructed. The first one is practicality, because if I invert all that time, energy, all those hours into learning vocabulary, grammar, and practicing pronunciation, and then I run into a native speaker and I can't communicate with him, well then, I've learned nothing. I've wasted my time. But that's just my opinion, and all of these are all opinion. How I look at this should not affect how you and your motives are for wanting to get intimate with biblical Greek. Second for me is that as an experienced language student, I found that it's beneficial to start with the most modern form and then work your way back towards antiquity, and it helps comprehension because you see how the language developed. It's like reverse engineering, right? And the third reason is even more opinion than anything else. And it's purely aesthetic for me, because Greek is such a beautiful Mediterranean language. As I started as a beginner, and this is my 3rd time in the last 10 years that I've taken a stab at Greek, with varying degrees of seriousness. As I started, I learned from American professors, of course, so I could easily digest the grammar and get a feel for the language. And then I started listening to, as I progressed, I started listening to Greek and Greek teachers and Greek professors and modern Greek. And there's such a dramatic difference between the sound of how the American professors speak the Greek language and how the Greek language is spoken in Greece that it's really quite different. And one of the examples that I'm going to use is found in 1 John 1:1, and that's this letter here. This letter here in American reconstructed Greek is pronounced usually eta, and with a e sound. And in Greece, it's pronounced ita, e. And Greek and Spanish, I'd just like to mention, share the same vowels. So if you know how to pronounce Spanish well with the vowels, automatically you'll be able to pronounce Greek vowels well. So when I say this in the modern pronunciation, what I'm really saying is ho ina parchis, and I link it together. I did it slow to show you how I link it together, somewhat how French links together. Ho ina parchis, and as far as that chi letter goes, we'll talk about that pronunciation. But ho ina parchis, ho in ap archis. Most American professors pronounce the chi letter as K, right? Archis, beginning. That which was from the beginning. And this is just one of the places where American pronunciation of vowels affect, well, Greek, also Spanish. When Americans learn Spanish, they have a lot of problems keeping American vowels out of their Spanish. For example, the vowel sound in the word can, like a can of dog food or a can of tuna. Americans will, that it doesn't exist. If you say that word, C-A-N, in Spanish that word exists and it means dog, el can, and it's pronounced can, and that's how it should be pronounced in Greek. If that word were to exist in Greek, that short A would be always pronounced nothing like that that schwa sound that we do. Please excuse my chicken, and thank you very much. I'm looking forward to sharing with this group in the future. God bless you all. Maranatha.